I think the biggest biophilic quality you're bringing is you're bringing people close to nature and then giving them enough confidence not to be intimidated by darkness, which is a very important need for our health. My name is Kerem Asfuroglu. I'm the founder of Dark Source, a lighting design practice driven by social and environmental values. That's a big question. Biophilic to me means design and architecture that is trying to find the way bringing people closer to the nature, to their environmental roots, which is a much needed and challenging act in the day and age that we live in. Life on Earth has evolved around the whole concept of day and night, and that's our evolution, our biological system, our internal clock is basically adhering to that rule, as like all living things. It's encoded in the DNA of every living creature. And of all the creatures, us, basically humans, disrupted the natural night and its qualities. And now we're seeing that it's really impacting on us, whether it's our sleep hormone or biological clock, because light is an important stimulator and it biohacks us. And only now we're really getting our heads around the holistic nature of the impact it's having on us. Like artificial light at night it comes with a responsibility. And as lighting designers, we deal with lighting. So it only makes sense that people who understand light also know how to use it responsibly. I think the book is looking at a nice cross-section in a holistic manner, looking at all layers of biophilic design and our relationship with nature, whether it's from the science of seeing all the way to biological illumination or like lighting that is in tune with our biological needs. The projects that we mentioned in the book are not just looking at light pollution in terms of how you would go in with a toolkit as a lighting designer and how do you remove layers of light. It's also talking about how we work with communities, because we want social sustainability as well. We want these projects to become pride and joy of the community. So I would argue whatever we do, biophilic design or bringing people together back to the nature, is also you got to give them enable them, give them the toolkit to be able to preserve whatever's been achieved there, which is an important aspect of sustainability. This is not just about environmental sustainability, this is also social sustainability. It needs to resonate with people, they need to be feeling connected to it. The method of getting closer to nature needs to feel natural for the community as well. And only then you can achieve social sustainability, that they will preserve this, they know how to keep it going. So hopefully, the projects in the book actually give an idea about how you might approach this. So I think it's important that you don't see every project as just an environmental project or just a design project. It is more than that. Looking at the human aspect of it and bringing people in it is the best way to ensure that it's going to live long. We know that abundant amount of artificial lighting or excessive lighting is not great for you at night, because naturally you're meant to be exposed to less artificial illumination. You should be governed by the daylight or sunlight during the day and have darkness at night. Interestingly, I find it in London that some of the darkest areas of London tends to be the wealthiest areas as well. that is an interesting relationship that maybe these areas caught on to the fact that darkness is an important quality to preserve. Their municipal lighting layers or street lighting layers tend to be lower, and they're affluent enough to even negotiate that with the council as well. Maybe there is a bit of a power structure in relationship there as well. But if you will go to the more underprivileged parts of London, you will find the street lighting is definitely brighter, columns are higher, there's more layers of private lighting, and it is then hard to determine whether this was a reality imposed on the community because of the perspective of the municipality or like concerns over safety or security, or does it become their reality and people find it this is the way it is and they like it then. So without challenging these norms, you will never be able to introduce a precedent of another way of living. And that's what's challenging about pushing the boundaries with biophilic design or dark skies, that you're trying to create or curate a different way of life that is not part of everybody's reality or the large majority of the people's reality. And what I find it fascinating is once they see, they can never unsee it. They get that there's another way of living that is harmonious with nature.